president is in all effect a monarchy.
Wait, time out. Wait. Let's. It was a lot just then.
You need to be a republic to have citizens. You can't have citizens if you're not a republic. Those two things are they're needed for each.
Wait, time out. So speaking about immigration, did the immigration allow an immigrant, Black Rabbi, to go to Israel and fight a citizen like Ariel? So if y'all had a Donald Trump, Black Rabbi would probably be somewhere in Guantanamo Bay. Ariel, how do you feel about that?
How do you feel about it now? What do you think about it?
That's pretty good. This is interesting. Yo, could you imagine if Netanyahu was like as vocal as Donald Trump about certain things about immigrations? That story would have been everywhere. Like literally, you have immigrant Americans going to Israel and fighting Israeli citizens. That's a whole nother angle we have to explore the next time we have this conversation. All right. What up, Florence? You've been quiet.
Just listening.
How do you feel about that Jewish citizens now are in America are gonna be afforded the same access that monetarily that Black folks have access for years now to the Chamber of Commerce? Their businesses now, like there's no difference. Like, a Jewish person in America, even if they're a billionaire, could access the same programs that poor or upstart Black Americans can access monetarily, like getting grants specifically for that. How do you feel about that?
Well, it was never for Black people. Everyone always got what they wanted. It was just a facade. So I don't feel any way about it. I think it's time. I think this will make Black people wake up and stop fighting for all these different programs and to benefit other people, because that's who benefit from them. We need to do it.
But this is a new group that's benefiting from it. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's always been a new group. Never was for us. Yeah, they take advantage of whatever they see. That's what Jews are.
So you think that Jewish people take advantage of whatever they see?
Exactly. When they first came here, that's what they did. They was our enemy when they came here. They've taken advantage of everything. They've taken a bit of advantage of the whites here as well.
Wow.
How do you know if someone's Jewish or not? Is it by the way that they identify verbally, or how do we know which ones are?
It's the religion. Their religion.
Well, I know, but so to say what she's saying.
Instead of saying "I love you, Jesus," they say "I love you, Yahshua."
Right. So to say that.
So do you love Jesus or Yahshua?
To make what she said factual. How do we know that to be factual?
And do you love Jesus or Yahshua?
Okay, so Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, sir.
Okay, got you. All right. And shout out to anybody that believes in every religion. Every religion is fire.
I believe in the Republic. It's my religion now.
Yeah, this is not. This is
Call me a Jewish American Mandalorian, because that's exactly what I am. I got a gun on my hip and a Torah on my.
Wait.
And right next to the Torah is the U.S. Constitution with all of its articles.
I love you. James, I didn't realize how good you are at this.
Y'all gotta stop falling for empty rhetoric.
Listen, if y'all think James is trolling,
He has been the character for 4 years.
Happens all the time, Armenia.
4 years.
Happens all the time, bro.
I have given speeches on national stages with the exact same words.
Hold on. Before I get into this, you should know that this method is going to erase every other options for you somewhere else. This is a complete. When the Samsung sign appears, keep holding both buttons down until you get this menu here. Now use the volume down key to scroll down to wipe data factory reset. And then use the power button to click on it. Once you're in there, use the volume down key to go down to factory data reset. Click on it using the power button. Once you go back to this screen, just click the power button to reboot your system. Your phone will then restart. This may take a little bit longer than usual, but it will get there eventually, so just leave it alone and go and have a cup of tea or do whatever you want to do. Once your device turns on, you would then set it up as you would with any new device. Doesn't that look easy? I don't know how. I'm full of this stuff. Packs for days. Please be aware when you're going through the setup mode, when your phone thinks it's brand new again, it might at some point ask you for the details of a Google account that was previously linked to that device. Don't freak out. You can just slide down and press skip, and then when your phone does wake up, and I can't stress this enough, it will have no memory of its previous life. You need to be delicate in how you go about things. It'll be confused. It thinks it's a baby and it's not. Make sure your device is switched off, and you need to hold the volume up button and the power button at the same time. When the Samsung sign appears, keep holding both buttons down until you get this menu here. Now use the volume down key to scroll down to wipe data factory reset. And then use the power button to click on it. Once you're in there, use the volume down key to go down to factory data reset. Click on it using the power button. Once you go back to this screen, just click the power button to reboot your system. Your phone will then restart. This may take a little bit longer than usual, but it will get there eventually, so just leave it a factory reset button at the same time. This is a complete factory reset, clean slate. So wait till you see this. Okay, to do this, you need to make sure your device is switched off, and you need to hold the volume up button and the power button at the same time. When the Samsung sign appears, keep holding both buttons down until you get this menu here. Now use the volume down key to scroll down to wipe data factory reset. And then use the power button to click on it. Once you're in there, use the volume down key to go down to factory data reset. Click on it using the power button. Once you go back to this screen, just click the power button to reboot your system. Your phone will then restart. This may take a little bit longer than usual, but it will get there eventually, so just leave it alone and go and have a cup of tea or do whatever you want to do. Once your device turns on, you would then set
have a history of being Muslim, so they're not really sympathetic towards Islam.
I wouldn't use that word.
See, I told you.
I wouldn't use the word sympathetic.
Okay, so Ann, so do you have like an allegiance? I mean, how do you feel about Islam?
That's too broad of a question. I think ultimately, whether people believe it or not, this is my belief. I believe that we are all God's children, and whether people accept that or not will determine their fate. And God knows that already.
All right, so do you love Muslims?
I love everyone.
She's so safe, yo. She is so safe in this space. Oh my God, she is so safe in this space right now. All right. Yisrael, are you there?
Well, I don't know how to answer it. You painted it too broad of a brush. James is better with
good. Yeah, she was good. Yisrael, are you there?
You're mean, Lonzo.
Wait, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything bad. Yisrael, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, okay, so how do you feel about that? I mean, first, I see the Jewish, the Israeli flag, and I see both the American flag. So are you a Jewish American?
Yes.
All right, awesome. All right, so how do you feel about that? Do you believe that that the Jewish people in America should be able to access the same grants that historically Black Americans and Native Americans have been offered?
The same grants?
Yeah, like commerce, like for business.
I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to.
Let me play this clip. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of like, going around. So apparently Joe Biden, one of the last things that he put was to see if Jewish people could be considered minorities. And Trump actually okayed it. So, hold on. So it's actually now passed, I believe, under Trump. Officially, he gets the credit for it. But white people. I wonder how that's going to work out.
Not included in 844, everybody. And a groundbreaking announcement by the U.S. Commerce Department this week will result in a historic expansion for Jewish businesses, not only in New York, but across the country.
And Jewish businesses will now be classified as minority business enterprises, making them eligible for billions of dollars in grants.
Oh, wonderful. Billions in grants for all the non-white people. Yeah, so... are like livid. They're pissed because many Jewish people in this country have called themselves white people. They've identified as white Americans. And so what makes this different is that they're now going to be able to benefit from their whiteness, and now will, get access to the same type of grants that a Florence or an Arminius or, the Black Americans in this country and the Native Americans in this country.
Who introduced the concept of race? Who was that? Or who?
Wait, hold on. That's a whole nother conversation.
No, not really.
I believe white people did in this country, like maybe the settlers that came in. So there were many Jewish settlers. There were many British settlers. There are many Portuguese and Spanish settlers. So those people.
Okay, that's fair. So then, so now your question is just about Jews. So I don't get it.
No, because this is different. Okay, so Anne, you're not Jewish, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how do you feel about the fact that maybe James is Jewish, right? How do you feel about the fact that James will now be able to access billions of dollars that you can't, even though you look the same? And what makes you different might be your religion. How do you feel about that?
But how do I know if he is inheriting money that I'm not going to get, and why does that fucking matter?
Wait, say that again.
I guess I'm not understanding the question.
Let me slow it up. Okay. So you and James are both white people, correct?
I mean, I don't identify with race. Social concept.
All right. Is there any white people in the room that identify as white?
I'll answer your question. My white half is angry at my Jewish half that he can get money and my white half can't.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, Yisrael, since Anne is scared to answer questions.
No, I'm just not good at this.
You're just not good at answering questions that pertain to Jewish people.
I think James.
All right. So, one mic on somebody that is bold enough. Yisrael, an actual Jewish person.
What I think of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm against the whole idea of granting federal money, which is taxpayer money, to any minority group. I think everyone has to gain success through their own merits, through their own hard work, through their own efforts. So I'm against the idea in general of giving it to Jews, giving it to blacks, giving it to Native Americans, Mexicans, or whatever have you. I think it only increases animosity between the races, which is not good for social cohesion. I do think what Jews are entitled to, like any minority, is protection. As a minority, they are targeted. Like anti-Semitic reports have gone up, I think, the most out of any other hate in the country,
Except black people.
Hatred of blacks have gone up higher than anti-Semitic incidents.
Yeah. I think we're like 2,000%, and you went up like a couple hundred. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it shouldn't really be a competition. I think any minority that does suffer from hate, which pretty much is every minority, is entitled to protection. That is the rights of every single citizen of this country. But I don't think that any minority is entitled to taxpayer money because of their minority status.
Well, you do understand that this country has had like a really, really dark past, right? Like, and there's been like some real systemic
Yes,
things.
I know American history.
Right. So you understand that there had to be some things in place to give Native Americans and Black people like like some type of
Compensation?
access. You're right. Well, not compensation. I mean, that probably more like reparations, right? So.
Well, he's right. As Kathy Holcomb said, Black kids in the Bronx don't even know what a computer is. So they obviously need billions of dollars to learn what a computer is. They live in caves. That's the ideology of the left.
Oh my
Love
God.
that.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm against
And that is a
reparations
sitting
also.
Democrat governor who said those words. They don't know what a computer is.
That's really sad,
All right.
actually.
So I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Israel.
Yeah.
So you understand that that's more like reparations, and this is just basically this helping financially with grants to help businesses succeed, right? Because there's been like so many like attempts to like not hire Black people historically. You understand that to be true, right?
Yes.
So why should Jewish people get that?
I don't think anyone should get it.
But people are getting it, so why should Jewish people get that? That's the question.
I personally would not take it if I was offered it, and again, I don't think anyone should take it.
So you're against? You're against?
I'm against the entire idea. Yes.
Okay, so you're against Jewish people being able to access the same type of things that people that have been left out.
He's against anyone getting it.
For a long time. No, but I'm asking them specifically about Jewish people.
So again,
I'll answer the question the best way. I'm against expanding it for sure, especially to Jewish people.
Thank you, brother. All right, see Israel. How do you feel about that?
As I said, I'm against anyone getting it. Now, if some minorities are gonna take it, and I don't think any minority should take it, I don't think anyone should get federal money, if it's undeserved. If other minorities are taking advantage of it, and some just want to take advantage of it also, I wouldn't blame them. But again, I'm against the whole idea.
I wonder if this is like a tactic from white people in this country to take away, to make this like a race neutral country by just like maybe watering it down with so many people able to access these programs that these programs mean nothing.
Yeah, communism in a sense. That's exactly what you're describing. It's the slow descent from socialism into communism.
Yeah, but didn't Jewish people invent communism?
I don't know if they invented it, but some of them sure love it. That's for sure.
Like Karl Marx, definitely was a communist. No, was he?
He was a Marxist.
I think Karl Marx.
I mean, he wrote a book, but like saying he
think he only had like one grandparent or some shit that was a Jew. Like he was not what would be considered a Jew.
Yeah, but people go back thousands of years, right? So I mean that a couple grandparents, that's nothing, considering people go back thousands of years to a land, right, and say, hey, this is my land now because thousands of years ago.
Yeah, but you're not considered even Israel. I think Israel you can if you have one grandparent that's Jewish, but they don't consider you a Jew unless your like mother is a Jew, at least ethnically by birth. But even with Hitler, when he was rounding them up, I think it was like you couldn't be no more than a quarter, and then they could maybe make an exception because it was based on eugenics, not ideology.
I think we should all send our blood to Ancestor.com to try and figure out where we came from. We should do that. We haven't already.
Yeah. So, wow. All right. So, I heard someone on Clubhouse the other day. Did somebody die off of Clubhouse recently?
No, Roger Mayhem did not die.
A British woman was arrested because she was arrested for stuff she said on this app.
No,
It was hate. She was arrested for the hate crime stuff. She was saying anti-Semitism, and she was taken to jail. She's in jail right now.
She was threatening to.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that, for every person that says something anti-black or racist, they can now go to jail?
Yes, in the UK,
No.
since the new administration, the Stormer, ended up taking power in the UK, they've been rounding up people that say anti-immigrant stuff, racist stuff. And yes, most of it is for people saying anti-immigrant shit. It's mostly white people getting arrested, but they will arrest Muslims who say nasty shit. They don't have the free speech laws that we have, so they have been arresting them. This has been going on like the last 8 months in the UK.
So if there's any redcoats on the app you don't like, record them and send it to the fucking Scotland Yard.
Nice. All right, so Roger is alive, even though I don't like him or his personality on this app, because I believe
Yes,
he's racist.
we had a Meta funeral for him because he Meta died.
Wait, so
Roger
died?
Yeah, this is disgusting. So white people on this app, man, y'all trolling
He got
so
banned from
different.
Clubhouse.
Okay, so he's dead on Clubhouse, basically.
Correct.
Okay, he's a racist. He called me a boy in one room and kicked me out before I destroyed him intellectually.
He's not. I can tell you, he's definitely not a racist. He's an asshole.
No, he's a racist. I actually have the clip.
What if he called you a girl? Would that make him not a racist?
Well, don't just say I never seen Roger at any of the clubs I go to.
Nah, honestly, I think
there's a lot of things I can call you, but my mother raised me better. So I'll punt on that one. What up, Mark? What up, C?
How's it going? So,
wait, tell me real quick. C-Son. Are you there? I don't think I ever heard C and Son ever speak. I mean, Al, have you ever heard her speak?
yeah, she talks all the time. She just be chilling a lot. She's from Florida.
All right, so I'm gonna beat her up. That's crazy. All right, go ahead, Mark.
So this thing about grants, if you're qualified, I believe everybody should have opportunities. Black people, Jewish people are not, even though they are minority groups, should not be grouped in the same categories. So there are statistics that. So what if you come up with a good idea that helps the world? Should you be excluded for any reason? So this is why I don't agree with separating anything by race, or if you're a female, or if whatever the classification of eliminating others is.
What about a condition?
Or any physical impairment.
Okay, so only thing about it is like you shouldn't put blacks in any other group with any other people because of the condition like our nation is responsible for. Like if you have like a nation that's like low key like kidnapped, like we about to persecute Puff Daddy right now for doing some sex trafficking. So you got a nation that did it for like 200-300 years, you know what I mean? And then you just let them go. Like you can't blame their condition. Like you have to look at the condition. Like we're under different conditions. Black Americans always had the bad stick when it comes to conditions of people. So you guys should just reconsider that. You know what I mean? What's wrong with like helping your neighbor for real, and let's really get the classification out the way.
Agree. I think every man for himself is the wrong way to go. And there's too much of this today, and it's very unfortunate. You know what I think? I think everybody's in such a hurry to go to like a race neutral America without, giving reparations to the people that they've harmed. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. That's where like many Black folks or Native Americans or other in this country that happen to be of African descent, this is where the issue lies, right? Like we're in such a hurry to move on without the redress that's required to move on. You guys should be getting casinos, right?
Nah, let me say this. Let me be real.
Wait a minute. Wait, go ahead, Mark. Let's
Nah, cause I don't want to get
making a joke. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far left, but this I just want to say this would be a hard pill for African Americans to swallow, as well as America to swallow. But African Americans were the slaves, and the other class was the master. And then the master found out there's a real master who was the creator. So we all got choices to make right now, and we all should think about this tonight.
Christ is king.
Huh?
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Wait, what's happening right now?
So if Christ is king and Christ was a Jew, does that mean Jewish people are Jews?
No, what I'm saying is I don't want to get too off top, but what Christ said is that that is a Jew inside is a Jew. So we have to be Jews on the inside, all of us as Christians. People that are Christians are Jews on the inside. So all we know is this. That's besides the point. I'm not preaching religion. All I'm saying is the blacks in America are the slaves of America, the ones who came from slavery here in America. And then we have okay, and that's okay. But only thing I'm saying is to bridge this gap. That's why I say we should consider classism like the condition. We need to consider that. Like if the master wants to get right, like you're always going to be the master. Your fathers was always the master. So
why are you calling other groups?
Yeah, my ancestors never owned slaves. Why don't you go after the
Wait.
I'm not trying to say this the wrong way and have you guys the wrong understanding, bro. I don't mean it that way.
Are you a Hebrew Israelite?
No, I'm a Christian, sir. I just read the Bible. I'm a real
Hey, yo, Pepe, fuck your white mum. Hey, Pepe, you racist cunt. You white racist.
Carlos. I hope you get deported,
fuck
bitch.
yourself, you white pussy. You're from Mexico. You're not deported.
Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness.
That's not me talking, by the way.
Pepe, go suck my dick, you fucking white cunt, man.
Suck my cunt, white dick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. All right. We're going to
No, that's
I said it was a hard pill to swallow. Well, go ahead.
I feel like
pause. All right. So how do y'all feel about to all the MAGA people in the room? How do you feel about Donald Trump, talking about these immigrants are taking all these good paying American jobs, right? So he's kicking out the black and brown immigrants out of the country, but now just did something landmark, right? He just classified the Afrikaners, the white people in South Africa, as refugee status, so as refugees. So these people will have a fast track to become citizens. So my question to you is, are you okay with people coming over from foreign places to take your jobs if they're white?
I'm okay with if everybody from Eastern Europe, every South African, if all of those whites wanted to come here, I would love it. I'll let them live in my fucking house. I would absolutely. That's that.
Wow.
I disagree.
Shut the fuck up, fam.
I disagree vehemently. I would rather shoot their boats as they are coming into the harbor and watch them sink in spring.
Wow.
How do you know that they would sink?
Wow.
I say only bring the women, but fuck South Africa. Fuck whoever else they trying to send over here.
Wait, what do you mean fuck South Africa? We love South Africa.
The Boers, can stay over there. They fucked up their country. Stay over there.
South Africa is like white people that we don't even know who the fuck they are. When they show up and they're like from South Africa, you're like, what? It's a confusing thing. It doesn't even make sense.
But why can't they go to like
Isn't
Israel?
Elon Musk South African?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around too.
It really is.
I mean, but why can't more of them go to Israel?
Or Australia. That's a good plan.
Well, Australia, I mean, Israel, the Jewish ones, a lot of the Jewish ones did go to Israel.
Well, a lot of your initial settlers. Did you know a lot of the initial settlers that came into South Africa that settled there? Many of them were Jewish. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, because a lot of the Dutch, when they came there, the Sephardic Jews had gone up there, and so that same with the Dutch colonies out here in the East Indies. But they, as far as the Christian Afrikaners, I mean, they don't really have any.
So why do they go to the States then? Why don't they go back to like the Netherlands or?
Because they're hundreds of years removed. They don't like. How can they say I'm entitled to come back to Denmark after hundreds? It's like me saying I'm entitled to go back to where my great grand.
See. So we.
Wait, so that means the Jews can't go over.
Yeah, they should go back to Denmark. In fact,
Like
That's
if the
exactly what I was
Jews,
about to say.
if the Jews are not, they're
Why are they telling
thousands
the
of years
Palestinians?
removed from. Yeah.
Why are they telling the Palestinians to go to Egypt and Jordan?
Because wait, no, not the Palestinians. You don't mean the Palestinians. The Palestinians are basically like the kids of the what's the name of the people that lived there before the Jewish people and the Palestinians?
The Philistines.
Esau.
No, they were called something else. They were
Samaritans?
called
The Edomites. You're talking about the Edomites.
no.
Yeah, the Philistines.
They're called Edomites. You gotta call them right. They're Edomites.
We're talking about E7. What
Talking
was
about
the name?
Canaan?
The Canaanites, yeah.
Yes, the Canaanite.
Yeah, so they're basically the descendants of them.
Well, to be fair, a good chunk of the contemporary day Palestinians are actually like Jordanian. A lot of them are Egyptian. They're not. It's not quite as. They're not. There's a lot of different people in that region.
Yeah, but my point though is when Donald Trump is telling 1.8 million people to move, a lot of those people are actually, like have blood, to the Canaanites that lived there before the Jewish people and everybody.
Well, but where do you think the Jews came from? Do you think that they weren't the people that were living in the Levant pre-Judaism?
No,
What? Are you
not
serious?
the Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah.
No.
They came from Poland and Russia.
That's not where they came from.
It is where
Yeah,
they
that's
came
where
from.
they came from.
Literally.
They didn't
They
enter
just went
Europe.
there and took the land.
They didn't enter Europe until Jesus Christ, a couple thousand years ago.
What?
This was after Judaism had already been a religion, for a long period of time. They ended up coming in through, I think it was primarily through the Roman Empire, and then
Come on. I gotta stop you there, baby, because you literally just said, see, so that's what I'm saying. We make backflips for some, and we don't make backflips for others. And why is that? Why is that part of our psychology? Like you literally said that, I said, look, a lot of the people in South Africa should be able to go back to their homeland, right? Like, like Netherlands, the Dutch, right? You said, no, these people aren't there. These people are different. But so you said, and then you even went on it. You said, my great grandfather, should I be allowed to go back there to that place that he was from? So you said no.
I didn't backflip.
So what?
I'm making a different argument.
It's the same argument. So
no, because you didn't ask me whether or not Jews should have been allowed to return to make a Jewish state. That was not my point. My point was that if you look at even the Jews that come from Poland and Russia, genetically, okay, this is proven, they have a substantial amount of Levantine DNA.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, they do.
No, it's not.
Hey, Pepe, you fucking Italian Egypt, bro. Suck your mum, bro. Go back to Italy, bro. Dickhead you, fam. Don't explain.
Jeez Louise. Oh my God. All right. All right, so back to the question, the original question before, we kind of derailed. How do y'all feel about the fact that now tens of thousands of Afrikaners are about to come to America, similar to what the Ukrainians did? And these people will be able to get fast-tracked to be citizens. Are y'all okay with these white people now coming over to take y'all jobs and get, federal government assistance as long as they're white? Like, what's the...
Yeah, I want to answer to that too, because he's actually. So how you go deport some people that import us? Like, what the fuck?
Because well, first of all, I'd say that they're real. They have a real reason to seek asylum, and I'm obviously biased. Oh, because what happened after apartheid? Look what happened to the country. It turned to shit.
Fuck your mom, Pepe, bro. Fuck your mom, Pepe. Fuck your mom.
Why are you flirting with Pepe?
Yeah, it's weird.
Fuck your mom, Pepe.
No,
It sounds like his mouth is too Pepe. That's amazing that you're that.
Go back to Italy. You're from
He's a
Italy, bro.
heterosexual male. He's not interested.
Go back to Italy. Go back to fucking Italy. You're from Italy. Get out of America, bro.
He's not interested in men that way.
What spell did you cast on us right now?
You're such a tough man.
Sound like a Harry Potter wizard.
Pepe, go back to Italy.
You're so tough.
All right, I don't know what type of freaky role-playing shit y'all playing right now, but we're going to move on. All right, Black, are you there?
You fucking loser. Listen, you're from Italy, Pepe. Shit country.
Oh my God. Black, are you there?
You fucking reject, fam. No, you have to go to America, you fucking reject, fam, Pepe.
Oh my God.
Pussy.
Black, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Jeez Louise. All right, all right, Queen. All right, so Sister Black, she's from South Africa, right? She's an organic South African queen, right? So, Black, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the fact that Donald Trump is okay with accepting immigrants in as long as they're white?
Good. They should go.
They should go to Europe. Fuck coming over here.
I'm taking over Europe right now, for Pepe. I go Portugal a lot.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna fuck your white woman for me, Portugal. You ain't Portugal. For there in Portugal for puta.
Oh my goodness. All right.
I already fucked your mom, so it's fine. Go on.
Oh my
God. I fuck your woman, I fuck your white woman, I'm gonna make her nap.
Jeez Louise. All right. Now, to the Black people in the room and people of African descent, do you think other African countries should impart the same type of, rule that South Africa is about to impart, causing a lot of the people that aren't Black to leave by way of being refugees to America? Could this be something that other African countries believe in?
I think Burkina Faso is one example.
I think Hakuna Matata.
They're kicking the French out, changing the language. French language will not be spoken there anymore. They're running their entire country. They paid off their debt. They don't owe anybody. So I think, you know, and even with the South Africans coming here, I mean, I can understand why, because it's a low population of white people, so they want to bring the whites here. Well, that's what it is. They want to get rid of the colored people because of the lockdowns. So that's the whole issue.
The caucasity of people.
So you're saying that making Africa blacker is bad because it makes America whiter?
You have to make it bad? No, it makes it good.
No, she should.
Oh, it's good.
So
you would rather live in Africa than be a U.S. citizen. I mean, I'm welcome.
No, she's talking about, for the people in Africa, the African countries, like the example she gave you was Burkina Faso, right? And when they expelled the French from the country, which is their white people, ultimately it went from one of the poorest to one of the more quickly growing economies. They paid off their external debt, and they're now a producer on so many levels, like different foods, gold refinery. They literally seen like a 360 ever since they did it.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of them. They're definitely a world player. I've heard them on the world stage in stock trading and much other places. What you call Burkina Faso. Everybody's heard of this place and location. They're obviously a superpower.
Yeah. So prior to China closing in, many people would have said the same thing about them, right? And now look at it. Don't they have like a $17 trillion economy? I know
we're like comparing China to. I mean, how big is Burkina Faso? I'm gonna guess some small little kingdom.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, wow. So
I've literally never heard of the place ever once in my entire life.
No, I got you. So we understand that Africa, the continent, is like 5 times the size of the U.S. Like you could literally fit like almost all the continents in Africa. Right. So we understand that to be true. So what if this spreads like what Burkina Faso is doing, and it spreads throughout the continent?
It is. There's other we already know that the AES, right? The Alliance of the Sahel States, right? Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, right? But then you got other countries that are also falling in line as well. What's different East African countries as well? I can't even remember anymore. I know Kenya started doing some stuff, and a few others. They've been like removing French as their language. They've been taking over their resources. You know what I'm saying? They've been removing their debt. There was another country that found some gold. Like they've been doing a lot in terms of trying to get rid of colonization within their countries. It's definitely having an effect. In fact, when Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, went to Ghana recently, it's like beginning of January, when the new Ghanaian president became elected, the Ibrahim Traore got a bigger standing ovation than the freaking president. Like he's extremely popular in West Africa, so it's definitely spread.
Even the president, the new president-elect, he actually said it.
I mean, I think their plans in Ghana, specifically with the removal of colonization, where they tore down bridges and then built bridges, it's wonderful. When those bridges fell right after they cut the red rope that they rebuilt over the colonized bridges, it was such a wonderful look for Ghana.
Seriously? I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't just a new bridge. That was a bridge they removed. That was a colonized bridge, and then they built a new bridge on top of it. And then the bridge fell down as they cut the red ribbon. What I'm just saying is, like, you're describing a fantasy. They harvest gold out of the ground. And so did poor people in California back in 1820. They were still poor people. The problem is infrastructure, and a lack of infrastructure means that your country is not going to successfully run.
So do you think you need more or less money to cure infrastructure issues?
I think they need more governance.
All right, what about money? Does money have a part to play?
They have plenty of money. You've already said it. They have more resources than every other country in the world that they combine.
Talk about. So the question is, do you think money has a big thing to do with infrastructure?
Yes, it definitely does.
So if you now have more money, do you think you can kind of like invest into these infrastructure?
More money for what reason? If they already have the vast wealth that Africa has, why not just use the wealth?
Okay, so do you think taking away the people in those countries and those crooked corporations that don't pay taxes, that mistreat the people, do you think them now taking full control of those resources, setting a price for those resources, do you think with that new infusion of currency, that new infusion of money and wealth, that could definitely...
I mean, what you're describing is what's... I lost my way halfway through what you said.
Okay, so,
if I'm going to be honest.
No, I got you. Okay, let me slow it down. Do you think money can help with infrastructure issues? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you think taking away the people or the corporations that hinder that country's ability to get more money, do you think that would trigger a new Africa?
No.
Okay, so you don't think money can help?
I think that money is also the cause of division, and again, it goes down to good governance.
Okay, so do you think eliminating the bad governance, right, that might be more susceptible to the West, right? Do you think that would help?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure being West friendly is necessarily bad governance, as you described it.
Right, you would have to describe a bad governance.
You connected bad governance to Western alliance, and that's not bad necessarily.
Okay.
That's connection to the global economy, after all, and the American economy itself.
Okay, so do you think taking away puppets can help?
Yes.
I like Sesame Street.
James?
It depends.
Most definitely, it's gonna help because, like, look at Burkina Faso, for example. Look at Ibrahim Traoré. Look what he's doing for his country. He paid a debt of 1.4 billion, and you got.
I mean, every other week I hear you guys talking about some great country that's doing amazing over there, and you change it up. It's just like Burkina Faso is just your new one this week for whatever reason. Last week.
It's Burkina Faso.
Well, I'm just saying, last week was Ethiopia, and then a couple weeks before that was how great Nigeria is doing.
Well, how do you have some opinion on it? You never even heard of the place. You don't even know anything
what I'm saying is, as citizens of this republic, you shouldn't give a shit how they're doing over there.
Well, you shouldn't give a shit, but somebody give a shit.
I really don't give a shit how they're doing over there.
Well, that's fine if you don't give a shit.
Yeah, but you do care about Israel, though.
No.
So you see, so is it we shouldn't give a fuck about Africa, but it's okay to give a fuck about Israel?
False. I do not give a shit about Israel either.
Okay, so say that one more time. Let me just record it.
Yeah, I would absolutely not care if we did nothing at all.
If America fought against Israel,
if America fought against Israel as a U.S. citizen, I would volunteer into the army and I would blast Israeli enemy combatants in the face.
Now, Mark, you're also a Jewish brother, correct?
Very mixed.
So that's a yes. Okay, so with that being said, so with that being, hold on. So with that,
I would never bar mitzvah.
Okay, got you. So with that being said, would you do exactly what James suggested? If America fought against Israel, would you go out there blasting Israelis in that, like James just said?
No.
Deport. We should deport
you. Wouldn't have James. You wouldn't have James at 6 then. You would not have James at 6 during war.
We need to immediately deport that man back over to the country that he left.
Wait a minute. Where's Al at, yo? Oh, you're lucky Al's gone. That's crazy.
Oh man, James, you would like.
To be fair, it is kind of a hard question to answer because it's like a small country. Like
no, it's not a hard question to answer. Most of you here are African Americans. What are you talking about? You are not Israelite. You are not Jews. What the fuck are you? You don't know where you came from.
Ooh.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking saying that I'm gonna fucking dick ride Israel. Dick ride Israel in what aspect? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you fucking stupid? Fucking worry about your ancestors being taken with the ships from Africa and fucking
Nobody wants to be quiet.
Okay, without
I know. All you give a fuck about is eating pussy and humping on motherfucking legs. That's all you care about. That's all.
Loving hip hop in Atlanta, and
That's all you care about.
Stick on topic.
I don't think you
Now,
can on that,
move
bro.
along.
So like I was saying, the Torah hasn't always been yours. Torah belongs to the Hebrew people. You're not Hebrew.
I think I am. I go
No,
to
you
synagogue
speak.
and we-
You speak. No, you speak a Hebrew language, but you're not Hebrew.
he does not even speak Yiddish, my brother. You're wrong. He doesn't even speak the language at all.
No, Yiddish is not Hebrew.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He doesn't speak either. He doesn't speak Yiddish. None. Nothing. He's an American European who acts and converted into Judaism and thinks he's a Jew.
Okay, I don't know. You've never met me. You don't know anything about me. You just
He's a Jew. He's a Jew. His mother's a Jew. He's a Jew.
His mother was a German from Nazi Germany. Actually,
He could
let's
be
go
a
down to the facts.
No, he's a Jew. He's a Fred. I know he's
Like,
Jew.
that's not the topic. Like, why we gotta stay on this?
No, I'm not staying on anything. I just was making a point to him saying, let people use his Torah. The Torah's
It's
not
very
his.
beta.
All right, we can move on. It's
That's
fine.
the
I'm happy with
colonizer
It sounds
mentality.
very emotional.
With
We were
whatever
talking
religion you
about
have, I
ways to
support it.
accept things. You just sounded very emotional, sir.
Very respectful of other people's
Lonzo, what is going on in here?
And in any case,
Not your faith, El Nostrum.
Yes, and of my faith.
I'll
Not
contribute
at
to
all.
the topic within the context of America. Jewish folks have like their categorization and classification as white has changed. There are certain periods of time in the country where they were not classified as white, and there were certain periods of time where they were classified as white, and I mean broadly. There was a time where certain professionals would not be hired, or they would, so there are like very famous Jewish intellectuals that taught at HBCUs, worked at black hospitals, and like world-renowned scholars, right? Because they couldn't work in mainstream areas. But in this current day, it's a little difficult, right? Because again, whiteness changes. It's not static. That's the thing. Whiteness is not static, and today, I think that most Jewish folks, unless you're like an Afro-Latino who is also Jewish, because we know that Jewish is not a race. Like, you can be a Yemeni Jew, you can be a Middle Eastern Jew,
You better be careful. Whoopi Goldberg got canceled for that. Be careful.
No, she didn't
You can be an American Jew.
You can be a Puerto Rican Jew and be like mixed, like different races of people who are also Jewish.
And I've heard that you can be a Christian Jew too.
There are Christian Jews.
Yeah, exactly.
There are Christian Jews, and so my
Would somebody
point.
please tell this to the KKK because it's sitting up across the front of my house.
So
You're not.
Wait, and let her land. And you see how you tried to dispel the fact that I said that they are Christian Jews?
right, there are Christian Jews, and so Etan. I don't know if I'm saying her name. Eitan. So
It's a Jewish name.
we're Eitan. Sorry for the pronunciation.
No, it's totally fine.
But we're not remedial. So of course we already covered the period of time when Jewish people broadly were not considered white. We're talking about broad. We're not talking about like hate groups, because hate groups are going to hate who they hate, regardless to what. Right? But outside of hate groups, I'm talking about broad, like you can't get a job. Not like a hate group. You feel me? Like that was my point.
So if my kid gets bullied in school because of a different background, and we can't get jobs, and we can't belong to certain neighborhoods and clubs and stuff, and the Ku Klux Klan wants to burn a cross in my house, that's not minority enough, right?
When was the last time that happened?
Yeah.
It happens.
Go take a look right now. They're protesting us in the Columbia University. I'll invite you to come up.
No. Those are protests against what's happening.
War.
They chase Jews. They chase Jews with yarmulkes.
How do you know that?
No.
But can I be a member
Yes.
of the KKK?
I'll show you a bunch of videos of designers, Jews chasing Palestinians, cursing at them, spitting at them, doing all those.
All right, I'm gonna start moving everybody
the Tree of Life massacre was a hate crime. Like I said, hate groups are gonna hate who they hate. But as far as the masses, like they say, mainstream, Jewish folks are pretty much considered white in today's mainstream America.
Many of them, most Jewish Americans consider themselves white or identify as white.
Not true.
Absolutely true.
It's a fact.
Not true. There's no phosphorus on the census. That's another kind of erasure.
All of the Jewish folks that I know consider themselves white.
I don't know how many Jewish folks.
I know a lot of Jewish
folks. But we're not
folks.
white. Okay.
I don't live in segregated areas. I know a lot of people from different backgrounds.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a nice anecdote, but it doesn't speak to the Jewish community.
Yeah, but there's been censuses.
And it's subjective. So just because you talk to a few people and that's how they identify, that doesn't mean that all.
All right. I don't know what the.
Yeah, but white groups like the Irish have been discriminated against.
Chat to tell you that you're a black man, sir?
Facts is facts, though, man. Why you angry?
Just look at me. It's disgusting, Lonzo. Give it up.
But Norm, you could just look at me and see that.
They hate facts.
Oh, just look at me. Okay. Just look at me, Lonzo. I'm a Jew.
Normal, nobody's trying to tell you who you are.
Just
you're a white Jew.
You're just trying to tell him how to identify. You're trying to tell him how to identify.
There you go.
You're trying to tell him how to identify through ignorance. Through your ignorant comments, you're trying to tell him how to identify as a person.
I didn't say shit.
Yes, you did. You've been full of shit since you've been talking. And you're trying to tell a person.
Okay, first of all, I was about to curse him out.
Talking about, dude, come on, bro. Come on. You can't disrespect people.
Talk to me.
Did any Jew ever try to tell you what kind of a human being you are, Lonzo? Why do you do this?
Yes, a great human being. I get it all the time.
So did they ever tell you what identity you were? That you're black or Haitian or Caribbean or mixed or Taino? Huh?
They're synonymous.
Okay, well, Lonzo.
Did any research about you?
It's not about Jews. I'm not a Jew.
It's not about you.
It's
not about Jews.
It's definitely
not about you. Didn't just hear all the people. You didn't hear all the people in the room chiming. You're this. You're that. You're Polish. You're white. You're this. You're that. You're a colonizer. You didn't hear all that.
I said the Pew Research link is not about you.
Not sure what point.
Understood.
It's about the 92% of the Jewish sisters and brothers that identify as white.
Incorrect, Lonzo.
So maybe you're of the 8% that don't.
No, I'm a mainstream Jew.
See what I'm saying, Norm?
Time out.
Like literally, you're of the 8% that don't identify as white.
Incorrect, Lonzo.
But wait, Norm, did you?
A large majority of sisters and brothers identify as white.
Norm, did you take the survey?
No.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe he's the
Despite your warping of the data, Lonzo, is there a box on the census for Jews? Yes or no?
Oh my God! And in this,
the answer is no. The answer is we don't even. They erase our identity so much there isn't even a box on the census. By the way, that's changing in the next census.
That's what whiteness is.
Whiteness is erasure.
Yes,
whiteness is erasing people's identity.
Right. Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. I can't speak to that. I have no interest in whiteness.
Is there an Italian
box? What do you mean you have no interest in whiteness?
I have no interest in whiteness.
Is there a Greek
What do you
box?
mean you don't know what it is? You live in the United States of America.
It doesn't make
We
sense.
live in systematic racism. There's white, there's black, and if you white, you have white privilege. What the fuck?
So what's a Latino? What's a Jew? What's an Arab?
If you look at the last census,
what's an
a
Italian?
lot of the white Latinos are saying that they're white. Because what's happening is, if you looked at the last census, from the 1980 census, white people made up about 87%. The new census that came out, white people made about 67%. So what they're doing is, they're trying to add white Latinos in to bring up the white population.
What's a
Pakistani?
status quo? What's an Indian? Are they white too? Pakistanis and Indians and Arabs? Are they white too? I mean, this is
Lauren, you're disingenuous. You know that you're white in America. You live in the United States of America.
Asian,
White.
Middle Eastern. You are European. You see it in your nose.
Yeah.
What's an Arab? What's an Arab? Which box does the Arab check?
Stop, please. You're poisoning the dialogue.
Which box does an
I'm poisoning
Indian?
the dialogue by pointing something.
Resistance, I know you're a good brother, bro, but sometimes, like, when we're having it, like, certain conversations, it makes it hard when you kind of go, like, so, to the right with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it muddies the waters. You don't realize it, but it does.
Let me be honest. He's a lying psychopath.